Okay, hey, welcome to the explanation for the two. One of the method that I have chosen playing is the method of making a pusher square. I've turned my pusher squares to be visible. Hopefully that'll let you see it. So we are going to start with a pusher square that's outline dark green. And I'm looking for an orange circle. I think the circle of radius 30. Do a blue circle as the circle of radius 20. And let's take a look at these. OC, and above air OC. I'm going to make these all lowercase. And I'm going to make my pusher called P instead of SQ. Push, orange circle, and maybe we're going to push it again. Those, and make sure it looks okay. Right, well, my circle doesn't look like that size, but maybe the picture's probably twice as big as it intended to be, so I'll make my circles, make everything twice as long. Okay, yeah, this looks like it's going to match. Absolutely. Okay. Does that look good to you? Like it's working the way it's supposed to be. And then, so I've got the orange circles look okay, and then the blue circle, whoops. Let's see, that looks okay. Bet you this will work too. Blue circle. So it looks like I should have written blue circle down here. There we go. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I've got the orange circles and the blue circles. And with any luck, the blue circles get pushed horizontally, the orange circles get pushed vertically. So let's do a little bit more experimentation with this. So push one is just going to be that solid, the outline green square. That's my pusher. And now let's decide what push two is going to look like above pusher with pusher. And maybe push three is above P with push two. So we'll take a look at each one of these, see how they look. Got P1, that looks fine. P2, 3. Okay, so now when I do above pusher 1 in the orange circle, or above pusher 2 in the orange circle, or above pusher 3 in the orange circle, that looks right. So when you're looking at that pattern, that's the pattern. Well, there's two things you're looking at there, but one of them is how do you create a function? So I'm going to make the pushed orange function, which takes in the pushing variable, and it's going to put out above pushed with orange circle. If you wanted to write a signature, you would say this takes an image, puts out an image. If you wanted to write a purpose, you would say taking pusher image and move the orange circle vertically with a push, or you name it. Okay, so this should make check expects pushed orange P1 should give me the picture that I have right down here. I'll again push orange with P2. Give me this figure here. That's what I want. Sure enough, pushed orange P3 should give me 3. And I know that you know what the pattern is. So let's not worry too much about that. But I am, well, I'm going to stop this animation on the right-hand side. So I've got the 3 orange pushes correctly set up. And now I want to go over and use the same pushers to produce the blue. If I have blues, here we go, 1, 0, 1, and 2. So check expect pushed blue of P1, this picture right here. Check expect pushed blue 2 should be this one. And let's do another one. Push P3. Uh-oh, I don't have a P3 yet. How did we get these blues? Here we go. There's the code. So P3 would be 3 of them. Here we go. It helps a lot if you have your checks all set up like this. So you're really clear about what you're trying to do. Okay, so let's write the push blue function. So push blue, again, takes in an image, puts out an image, define push blue of the pusher. Looks like beside pusher blue circle. And now when we run these, I believe we will discover that actually this doesn't work. That's normal. That's what you should expect. So it looks to me like I got the 1 push blue correct, but the 2 and the 3 push blue are wrong. 2 squares are lined up vertically instead of horizontally. That means we need to go, looks like we have to rotate the squares, doesn't it? So we have to rotate the pusher. Try that. Rotate clockwise, push. You can see how much it helps to have a visible pusher. And you can see that I broke the line, went to the next line because I had a close parenthesis after push. Oh, all 6 tests passed. Great. So now I have a pushed orange and a pushed blue. So now I'm going to try to assemble the scene. Step 1, empty scene 400 by 300. Doesn't really matter, obviously. And then I'm going to overlay a line pushed orange on the empty scene. Whoops, on step 1. Oh, and if I'm going to overlay a line, I think that would be left up. Let's take a look at that and see how it looks. Oh yeah, that looks great. And so that's step 2. And I suppose at some point we should double check and see that we know how to put the blue on. Here on the left is correct, but we want the blue one on the bottom. Okay, that looks promising. So why didn't it show all the stuff? Because I put it on step 1, but actually I want to put it on step 2. You see there's a lot of step-by-step building things. The orange is coming down, the blue is going over. I haven't written any functions yet, but this is all part of the process. As I'm writing this, I'm using variables. Think about what's going to change. Okay, so my drawing function, draw scene, I'll call it, takes in an image, puts out an image, takes in the pusher, puts out the picture. Draw scene, push, Well, it's going to be these steps. Take your example. Overlay a line left bottom, push blue, and step 2. Push blue, it says P1 here, but actually we want it to be the whatever push got. Then step 2, we go up to the top, copy and paste step 2 in. And again, instead of pushed orange, 3, I want to just push. And let's see what step 1 is. It's the empty scene, like this. Okay. Check expect. Raw scene. Push 3 is supposed to be the same. Step 3. Take a look down here. There's my step 3. Yeah, looks all right. I wish I had also made a step 2, but maybe I can make that with my draw handler. So all 7 tests passed. Let's see if the draw handler also works with P2. Oh yes, definitely. There's another check. Oh. Now I've got 2 checks for my draw handler, and I wrote checks for each one of the other functions. That's the design process you should be following, trying to make a function. Big bang, start with the pusher. On tick. Oh, do we have a on tick function yet? Not really. Oh, phooey. So we have to go back to here. You see, besiding or aboving with is the way the on tick function should work. Looks like we want above, because you can see the original unrotated shape has is a vertical stack of squares. Yes, we grow up. Going to take in a pusher to above P with the pusher. This should also have some checks. Grow up P should give me P2. And grow up P2 should give me P3. It's better if you put I'll put pictures in your checks. It's easier to understand. But I guess I don't have them ready. You can check on the bottom and see if I have any. Not really. P1, P2, and P3. Oh yeah. So if you wanted to, this is really a preference, but it makes it a lot easier to understand what's going on if you're thinking in terms of pictures. Otherwise, you always have to be thinking about what the variables mean. So let's run the test and make sure the grow up function works. All 10 tests passed. Yep, that sounds good. So now we're ready for the big bang, I believe. Start with the pusher, on tick, go up every 0.3 seconds, to draw scene. Okay. Okay. Oh, look at that. Working. And I'm not, we're supposed to also make a reset key. So key reset, which takes an image and a key and puts out an image. And actually, let's do the check expects first. I think they'll be a lot like the grow up functions. Reset, you take in 2 squares. You should put out either 1 square or 0 squares. And the same thing here. Key reset, if you take in 3 things, you also want to put out 1 thing. Define key reset image key. It's just going to be that thing. You could also write the code for it, but maybe this is clearer that a function always returns. Okay, let's add the key reset into here. on key reset. Doesn't matter where in your Big Bang Big Bang function any of this stuff goes, as long as you've labeled it on tick to draw key. So now we can check to make sure reset works. Looks pretty good. Okay. Uh-oh. I've messed up my check expects. So key reset actually has wrong checks because I forgot to say what key was being pressed. D key or X key. So back to trying to pass the check expects. I could comment out the Big Bang. I would if I were you. Like if you're just running tests, comment out the Big Bang. Make sure everything works. Big Bang is your final test. Have tried things beforehand. Right. So that's the end of the solution or the explanation for the two moving circles.